I don't know if you guys heard about actor Christian Keys, but he made a really special moment to share some love for Black women on his IG when he wrote, "Black women are definitely superheroes." Well, another user, of course, had to come on up and took it upon themselves to critique Christian's statement by saying, "all women." And Christian didn't quite agree with the edit, so he clapped back. And I have to read this specifically because I high-key enjoyed it. He said, "I said what I said. It's a shame we can't even celebrate Black women without others popping up to talk about what about us. Just because someone says something positive about Black women, it doesn't mean they don't think the same about other women. It just means that here, in this moment, right now, I would like to say something positive and amazing about Black women. If that offends you, then you are part of the problem. God bless." Can you hit that applause?
Applause. Hit him with an applause.
Thank you.
Yes, Christian.
So what did you
someone
guys
had
think
the
about
nerve
that?
to say this? This is my pet peeve too. Excuse me, you're following him. I hate when people actually have something to say negatively about what you want to put on your Instagram. If
Right.
you don't like it, unfollow, please.
Go somewhere
And not
else.
only that, let this man talk about his personal experiences and let Black women enjoy their moment right now. That's what he said. Let him speak about Black women having their moment.
Yeah.
Why everyone always got to get in the middle of everyone else's moments? Let people shine.
Yes, I'm glad we attended your TED Talk, Sam, because that is actually the fact.
Why, Amanda, I want to specifically ask you, why do you think that it bothers so many people? You know, because obviously we had the same issue with Black Lives Matter, where it was like all lives matter. Well, no, we're specifically speaking about the Black experience and why their lives matter. Why do you think that that bothers people so much? And what do you think is the best comeback for someone saying that?
Well, I actually hit up Christian because that's the homie, and gave him a what's up and a dap for this, a virtual dap because social distancing, because he nailed it in this response, and it was also just a very clear, direct response, but it didn't there wasn't even any shade. Now you knew I would have put some shade on it, but he really handled this shade free. But I think the real issue is, we just have lived in a time where so many folks feel like I think on one hand, there's just a centered privilege, right? Like there's people who just feel like if they're not being a part of the conversation, that they are somehow being ostracized, or they're somehow not being noticed, or they're being forgotten. It's the same reason why, for what it's worth, a lot of people feel like if there's equality in this nation, that somehow, that's a bad thing for some people, right? And it's because at the end of the day, it's like there has been this overwhelming sense of privilege that's presented. But the truth of the matter is you can give acknowledge and love to anybody, and it should not make somebody feel like they're being left out. And you shouldn't have to, in the same way that you shouldn't necessarily feel like you have to degrade somebody while giving somebody a compliment. Like, I hate when men say things like, "Oh, I like you because you ain't dumb like these other chicks," and you're just like, why are you even qualifying a negative to try and give me a positive? You shouldn't have to do that. So
that backhanded compliment, that's what it is. For a long time, Black women were not given the praise that they should be given.
Exactly.
I think a lot of them were left out. And so now you see this resurgence, and it happened because Black women started doing for themselves. They started the Black Girls Rocks. They started the Black Girl Magic, and so, the thing is, if you are a person of another race, you should have Black friends. And if that is the case, you should be happy for your Black friends that they get praise. I'm like, if they have the Latino, I'd be like, yay for the Latinos, yay for the Asians, yay for the mixed people. I ain't want to leave you out.
But you know what though? No, Monica, you're right.
I gotta get a laugh on that one.
I have to be honest.
As people, you should have friends of different races and different cultures. And when they're getting praise, you shouldn't be bothered by that. I don't see a person bothered by that because they don't even understand what we done went through as a race of women. So it's like, girl, get you some friends, and then you'll understand why he's saying what he's saying.
Correct.
That's it.
Nice. Well, I think the underlying part of it too is that she didn't like that she wasn't getting love from him. She probably liked him and realized that like he was praising a whole group of women that she's not involved in, and she's like, but I mean, what about me though?
I like that one.